We are going to give you 15 reasons why Jesus is a Muslim straight up.
My followers, send your support financially to support the ministry. According to the Muslims, Jesus is a Muslim. Abraham is a Muslim. Moses is a Muslim. Why? Because they submitted their will to one God. Which God did they submit their will to? Did they submit their will to Allah? Or they submitted their will to Yahweh? Did Allah ever appear in the Old Testament? You see, Muslims want to tell us that they don't need the Abrahamic religion to be a religion of God. They are liars. God revealed himself to Abraham and started an Abrahamic religion with him. He waited for the descendants of Abraham to be huge in numbers, and he revealed himself to Moses. If you read the Old Testament, it is all about God revealing himself to humanity. The God Abraham and Moses and Elijah, they submitted their will to, is not Allah. Allah only appeared when Muhammad was called as a prophet. Allah was not existing in the time of Abraham, Moses, Elijah, and the rest. So God said, I am Yahweh. That is my name. I am that I am. Is Allah I am that I am? Is Allah called Yahweh? So anybody can come out with stupid arguments that once you submit your will to one God, that one God is the God in my hometown. Stupidity. It is the teachings of that one God that proves that I am submitting under him. It is not one God submission. So the one God submission is stupid argument. You can be submitting to one God, but you are submitting to a stupid God. You are submitting to Satan, who is one God. So the teachings of that one God they are claiming is what is exposing that one God to be Satan. Because listen, if you read the Old Testament, when God was creating the world, the Bible says the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. The Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God appears so many times in the Old Testament. Muslims are telling us in Quran chapter 4 verse 171 that Jesus is the Spirit of Allah. And he is the word of Allah. So they want to tell us that in the Old Testament, the Spirit of God is a prophet. It is the Spirit of God that comes upon a person and makes him a prophet. The Spirit of God is not a prophet. So if Jesus is the Spirit of Allah, but I don't believe Allah to be Yahweh, I'm just giving an example. This is to tell you Jesus existed before even the world was created, because he was spirit before he became flesh. And Spirit of God is not prophet. Spirit of God is one with God. And if you read the whole Bible, you will see Father, you will see Son, and you will see Spirit. But their God is not Father. So who is he? Their God can't be called Father. So you cannot trace Allah to the God of the Bible. And that makes him Satan. And when you put them in tight corner, they want to tell you their God is not the God of Abraham. Then he is Satan. If your God is not the God of Abraham, then your God is like the Hindus' God. It's like the Hare Krishna God. He is satanic God. Because the trademark and the foundation of Abrahamic religion began with those that God called, like Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, Moses. It began with them. The teachings God revealed to them is the foundation of Abrahamic religion. And if anybody comes and tell you those teachings are not needed, God has given him another revelation to the world. Even if that revelation contradicts the teachings of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Moses, and the rest, and Isaiah, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are submitting your will to one God. And people follow such stupidity, we should pray for them. They know their God is Satan. Look, if you open your eyes, God will show you the truth. All the time I keep saying that if the Muslims have the courage to come out and testify, Muslims in this country will know that Islam is falling. Because thousands of people are living this religion secretly in their hearts after watching my videos. And the time is coming, they will all have the courage to come out and share their testimony. And the people will see the impact we are making in this country. The religion doesn't make sense. They are forcing, they are trying to make it look a religion of sense. But it isn't making sense. You people are claiming to make Jesus a Muslim. Now listen. A Muslim is someone who submits his will to Allah. In the time of Jesus, did Jesus ever use the word Allah? He keep calling God Father, because that Father has a son, and that son is the image of God, which in the Old Testament, the Bible says God created us in his image. Who is that image? that image is Jesus. And God has a spirit. He's not three God, he's one God. So if anybody tells you I'm submitting to one God, and that God does not follow the teachings of the Abrahamic religion, and you still claiming that because it is one God, it is Yahweh, then you are mad. Read the Bible and see how many times Jesus called God Father. Because he is one with the Father. He is the image of that Father. He is the word of that Father. He is one with the Father. Is their God called Father? Is their God called Father?